Hello and welcome to Dragnet Live from OTRGold.com. I'm your host, Austin Bach. Thank you for being here. Happy Friday. We made it another week. We're listening to episode 70 today. The title is The Big Quack. It originally aired on October 12th, 1950. So I've got some historical items to share with you all, but first, just a quick intro to those that are new here. You can see we have comments up here on the side of the screen. Hello, Thomas. Welcome back. Life with Roscoe, Film Noir Buff. Thank you all for being here. If you want to participate in the comments or in the chat, you need to head to the OTR Gold YouTube channel. We stream every time to the Old Time Radio Archive channel, as well as Facebook, X, and Twitch. If you're watching on any of those locations, you need to head to youtube.com/OTR Gold, or you can scan this QR code right here to join. Throughout the stream, I'll be highlighting relevant comments down here below. Otherwise, we'll just keep it pinned off to the side for chit-chatting, saying hi, making new friends, etc. Hello, Dodger Blue. Thank you for being here. I have some things to share at the end of the broadcast, so stay tuned for that. But now we'll dive into the historical context, and then we'll start the episode. So, again, this episode is number 70. The title is The Big Quack. Oh, I forgot to state, we're here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday listening to Dragnet. So that's why it's Dragnet Live. We're listening to all 310 episodes currently available. So if you like Dragnet, if you like police procedural drama, this is the place to be. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. listening with friends. We're trying to recreate the kind of the shared listening experience that happened in the 1950s when this was originally broadcast. So today, episode 70, The Big Quack, for the third time, originally aired October 12th, 1950. And the week before this episode broadcast, the New York Yankees beat the Phillies 5-2 at Yankee Stadium to sweep the series and win their 13th World Series title in team history. October 7th, that same week, U.S. forces invaded North Korea by crossing the 38th parallel. So last stream on Monday, I told you that the South Korean forces crossed over into North Korea. Now the U.S. forces followed them into North Korea. The U.S. FCC, Federal Communications Commission, issued its first license to broadcast television in color. That was awarded to CBS. For those that are, since I'm broadcasting from Washington State, I know we have at least a couple other listeners from Washington State. One of our current senators from the state was born this week in 1950. The U.S. politician Patty Murray. She was born in Bothell, which isn't too far from where I'm at. And then October 12th, the George Burns and Gracie Allen show debuted on CBS television and would air until 1958. So it have an 8-year run. So that's what's happening in history. I will now share the screen, or I'll share out the show, and we'll listen.
In Colorado Springs, Colorado. In Colorado Springs, Colorado. A group of men are gathered together for their annual conference. For their day-in, day-out service to the public, Dragnet honors the 57th Annual Conference of the International Association of Chiefs of Police. The story you are about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Fatima Cigarettes, best of all long cigarettes, brings you Dragnet.
You're a detective sergeant. You're assigned to burglary detail. A man posing as a doctor is burglarizing homes in your city. You have his description. Your job, find him.
Oh, no.
Ah, that's different.
Yes, what a difference.
In Fatima, the difference is quality.
You see, Fatima is the quality king-size cigarette because it contains the finest Turkish and domestic tobaccos superbly blended. And Fatima is extra mild with a much different, much better flavor and aroma than any other long cigarette. Because of its quality, its extra mildness, its better flavor and aroma, Fatima has more than doubled its smokers coast to coast.
Fatimas cost the same as other long cigarettes, but your first puff will tell you...
Ah, that's different.
Yes, in Fatima, the difference is quality. Ask your dealer for Fatima, the quality king-size cigarette. Best of all, long cigarettes. Start enjoying Fatima tomorrow.
Dragnet, the documented story of an actual crime. For the next 30 minutes, in cooperation with the Los Angeles Police Department, you will travel step by step on the side of the law through an actual case from official police files. From beginning to end, from crime to punishment, Dragnet is the story of your police force in action.
It was Sunday, November 22nd. It was chilly in Los Angeles. We were working a day watch out of burglary detail. My partner's Ben Romero. The boss is Thad Brown, chief of detectives. My name's Friday. It was 9:35 a.m. when we got to 5918 Canyon Cove, the home of Marla Hutchins.
Yes,
Miss Marla Hutchins?
I'm Miss Marla Hutchins.
We're police officers, ma'am. This is Sergeant Romero. I'm Sergeant Friday, Central Burglary.
Come in.
Thank you.
Betty told me she called you.
Your name?
Yes, I'm Betty Drake. I called you.
And if you could tell us what happened, please.
Dr. Arthur Schulte was treating me for headaches I have. He took my mink coats and my jewelry.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a list of what's missing?
And Betty will have a list of what's missing.
Here, I've written down everything I think's gone.
Thank you. Well, why do you say it was this Dr. Schulte? Is that right?
Yes.
Why do you say it was him that took things, Miss Hutchins?
He didn't. I know he didn't.
The doctor was the only other person in the apartment, officer.
When was this?
Last night.
What time was the doctor here last night?
It was about 8. I heard him leave later, about 9:15.
Is that right, Miss Hutchins?
Yes, that's right.
Well, could the apartment have been entered without either one of you knowing it?
No, sir. The back entrance is double latched, and no one could have broken in the front way. My room's right beside the front door, and I would have heard.
You told us on the phone that this Dr. Schulte was middle-aged, dark, close to 5'11", stocky, wears a goatee.
Yes.
No other distinguishing features. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
How about his clothes, the way he was dressed?
He was about average. He had on a gray suit the last time we saw him.
Thank you.
You know who he is?
We'll find out.
What kind of treatment were you taking from Dr. Schulte, Miss Hutchins?
He called it hypnotherapy for my headaches.
Mm-hmm. Last night, the same thing?
Yes.
Well, anything different from his previous visits?
I was very nervous. He made me take 3 sleeping capsules, and I went to sleep.
And she was still sleeping this morning when I went in and found everything in the dressing table all over the floor.
Let's see. Have you known this Dr. Schulte long, Miss Hutchins?
About 4 months.
Did you meet him at a party, maybe?
No, I was a student of his.
Where was this?
At a small college in Hollywood. He was the head of the school. He was a teacher, too.
Do you have the name and address of the college?
Betty can give it to you. It's in my desk.
Are you still a student there?
No. I don't take the course. I stopped.
Mm-hmm.
College was closed. That's when he came here to treat me for my headaches.
How did he start giving you these treatments, Miss Hutchins?
One day in his lecture, I fainted. Took me to his office and told me that pain was only a state of mind. State of mind.
Yes, ma'am.
My headache didn't bother me anymore. He said that relief would only be temporary if I didn't take regular treatment.
Well, did you see him regularly?
I saw him twice a week. Twice a week.
Always here?
At the college, then it closed. I don't know why. He telephoned and said he would continue here.
Well, where did you get in touch with him when the college closed?
I never did. He always called here.
Do you have any idea where he is now?
No, I just know that he's a thief.
Yes, ma'am.
Why don't you lie down, Miss Hutchins? You look tired.
All right.
Thank you, Miss Hutchins.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much.
All right.
Would you gentlemen like some coffee?
Oh, Ben?
I could sure use some.
Well, it'd be very nice, miss. Thank you.
Officer,
Yes, ma'am.
if this man's just a common thief, the treatments he's been giving Miss Hutchins couldn't have been very good, could they?
She's still got the headaches, hasn't she? 11:50 a.m. We checked the apartment for physical evidence. There was nothing to indicate that the place had been broken into. We put in a call to Latent Fingerprints to send a man out to check the closet and dresser. We completed the crime report, and Betty Gregg, the maid, gave us the name and address of Dr. Schulte's college, the Los Angeles College of Psychotherapeutics and Psychiatry at a Franklin Street number in Hollywood. Ben and I got out a teletype to Sacramento asking information on the chartering of the school that Dr. Schulte was supposed to have headed. We checked on Betty Gregg, the maid, and found that she was a Los Angeles girl, parents still living in the city. She had a good reputation. 2:35 p.m., we went to the address where the college had been. It was a big brown clapboard house with several dormer windows facing the street. It was vacant. The front door was boarded up. A rental agency sign was stuck up on one of the pillars on the front porch.
Joe. What room there? Must have been where they had classes. Rows of chairs nailed down, you see?
Yeah, let me look. Yeah. I don't see any papers inside. No mail.
Hi.
Yeah.
My name's Tom Thompson. You interested in the place?
You the agent?
No, I just live next door. I'm a dry cleaner myself, but I sort of promised the real estate agent I'd keep an eye peeled, see if I could be of help if anyone came on shopping.
Police officers. We're just checking.
Oh, was there something wrong? Somebody break in?
Did you live next door when this was a school here?
Yeah, that psychology bunch there. Here about, 10 months, maybe less. I always thought it was kind of a shoestring operation.
How do you mean?
Oh, not much dough. They're just making ends meet. No class,
Always just adults?
Well, classes used to be mostly during the day I was at work. The wife used to tell me, no kids that she ever saw.
Did you know the man that ran the school?
No, but he was a middle-aged guy with a kind of a pointed beard. Had a pal, a younger guy. Never stopped to talk. They're pretty tight-mouthed guys, like I said. Why, what'd they do?
Routine investigation, Mr. Thompson.
Do you have any idea where they might be contacted now?
No. Real estate agent said they skipped without paying last month's rent for him. He's been trying to find them.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember their names?
Well, let's see. Wait a minute. The older guy, the guy with the beard, was named Schultz or something like that. I can't remember the young fellow, though, but... Hey, wait a minute. I got their door.
How's that?
I got their door. The agent let me have the front door. I'm building a patio porch in the back of my house, and the glass that I took out of the door's got the names lettered on it.
Well, that's fine.
Come on. I'll see if I still got it in the garage. It's right around here.
Okay.
A little chilly today, huh?
Yeah, a little.
Want to stand back there and hit you and open
Watch the door, Ben.
Yeah. There we go. I like to keep a nice, neat garage.
Sure looks nice.
Oh, thanks.
Say, did these men live in the house, Mr. Thompson, or did they just use it for the school, do you know?
Oh, best I know, just for classes. Like I say, they're pretty tight-lipped guys. Not very friendly. They're real quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, here it is. I got it.
Just leave it right there. We'll come over there. You won't
Okay.
have to move it. Let's see. Los Angeles College of Psychotherapeutics and Psychiatry. Dr. Arthur William Schulte.
Schulte.
DAA, PhD, SCD.
Well, of course they should.
Dr. Leo George Donaldson. DV, PhD, SCD.
Mm-hmm. I got it, Joe.
Okay, fine. We're much obliged, Mr. Thompson. Here's our card. If you hear anything regarding these men, we'd appreciate you calling us.
Oh, sure. I'll be glad to. Wait a minute. Here. Here's my card.
Oh.
Ideal Cleaners over in Ivar. If you get around that way, why, drop some stuff off. I'll see it gets special attention.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Thompson.
No, it's okay. I'm sure glad I didn't throw that glass away. Brother, look at all the letters after the names, eh? Wonder what it takes to get a lineup of degrees like that.
Paintbrush in about 10 minutes. 5 p.m. Ben and I drove back to the office. There was a report from Latent Fingerprints. Nothing but the prints of the two girls had been found in the Hutchins apartment. We checked what information we had on Schulte and Donaldson through to the FBI on the teletype. A check of doctors registered with the Los Angeles County Medical Association and the American Psychiatric Association failed to turn up anybody named Dr. Schulte. We had our I Bureau and Stats Office make runs on Leo Donaldson and Schulte and a rundown on the reports where the burglar had posed as a psychologist. The Stats Office turned up a couple of dozen new suspects. We pulled the mug shots and headed for the Hutchins apartment.
Looks like something doing at the Hutchins apartment house.
A lot of cruiser cars, huh?
Let's have a look.
Sorry, you can't go in.
Sergeant Friday Romero, Central Burglary.
Oh, sure, Sergeant.
What's the trouble?
Girl named Hutchins shot herself.
You are listening to Dragnet, authentic stories of your police force in action. Oh, no.
Ah, that's different.
Yes, what a difference. There's a difference you can hear, there's a difference you can see, but the difference in Fatima is quality. Yes, friends, when you compare long cigarettes, you'll find that in Fatima, the difference is quality. Quality of tobaccos. The finest Turkish and domestic varieties, extra mild and superbly blended, to give you a much different, much better flavor and aroma than any other long cigarette.
Quality of manufacture. Smooth, plump cigarettes, rolled in the finest paper money can buy.
Quality even to the appearance of the bright, clean yellow package. Carefully wrapped and sealed to bring you Fatima's rich, fresh, extra mild flavor.
Fatimas cost the same as other long cigarettes, but your first puff will tell you...
Ah, that's different.
Yes, in Fatima, the difference is quality. Ask your dealer for Fatima, the quality king-size cigarette. Best of all, long cigarettes. Start enjoying Fatima tomorrow.
Monday, November 23rd. During the morning, the coroner's office signed off Marla Hutchins' case. The verdict was that she had taken her own life. The police psychiatrist told us that probably the hypnotic treatments by Schulte had hastened her death. The information we'd received from the Medical Association told us that they had had complaints against the operation of the Schulte school. They had pointed out to us that it takes over 12 years in recognized medical schools to become a member of the American Psychiatric Association. Schulte had been mass-producing pseudo-psychiatrists in 8 weeks. 1:40 p.m., we met with Captain Fulton.
School was a phony. Degrees and diplomas sold anybody who had cash. Huh?
Yeah.
They're not operating anymore?
We checked that out. They're gone.
Well, here's the answer to your teletype to Sacramento.
Thank you.
Gives details on the application for the school, the Schulte. He's listed as founder and dean. Donaldson is listed as staff. No addresses other than the Franklin Street number there.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
A month ago, Leo Donaldson opened courses of instruction in Los Angeles under the title California Physicians College of Psychiatry, 781 South Hill Street.
Schulte associated with him?
No. Have any idea where Schulte is?
No, we don't, but we're looking. We've got the support of the medical people to push a bunco charge for the operation of the old school.
Donaldson should be able to give you a lead on Schulte.
Figures they might be in contact. Looks like they actually ran the school together, even though Schulte was legally responsible.
And Ben and I have an idea on how maybe we can find out.
How's that?
We thought one of us could make a pitch to Donaldson, see if he'd sell a degree from the new school. Get evidence to support a bunco warrant and check at the same time to see if Donaldson has contact with Schulte.
Well, I'll let bunco detail know we're trying. You think you can do it?
I can try.
You know anything else about Donaldson's courses?
No, that doesn't bother me.
How come?
Neither does Donaldson. In trying to get Schulte through his former associate, Leo Donaldson, we again contacted the Medical Association. They furnished us with the name of Ralph Morse, a graduate of the Franklin Street School, who had since been killed in an auto accident. Tuesday, 11:30 a.m., Ben and I get to 781 South Hill Street, a 7-story office building in the heart of the Los Angeles business district. The directory in the lobby listed the California Physicians College of Psychiatry for rooms 214 and 216. Ben waited outside in the car. I took the elevator up.
Yes, may I help you?
Dr. Donaldson?
I'm Dr. Leo Donaldson. May I be of assistance?
Well, my name is Frank Ditton. I wanted to ask about the curriculum here.
Well, we've just opened, Mr. Ditton. We're not quite ready to start classes. You understand this is very advanced instruction. Most of our students will have had considerable background in psychiatry.
Oh. Well, a friend of mine, Dr. Morse, said that he was sure I'd be a good student for you.
Dr. Morse?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure I place him.
Well, he was one of your students at the Franklin Street School. Said that Dr. Schulte knew him quite well.
Oh, yes, I remember. Brilliant man. How's he getting along?
He was killed in a car collision.
Oh, that's too bad.
Well, frankly, what I was interested in was being able to take over his practice. Could I get the same deal he got?
I think so, Mr. Ditton. What'd you have in mind?
Well, take some courses and get a degree. I worked with Morse for a while. I can set up a clinic. He did okay. I figure maybe I can, too.
Well, here's a list of the courses we'll offer.
Thank you.
We'll go over it together, and you can indicate what sphere of study you'd like to undertake.
Mm-hmm. Does Dr. Schulte teach any of these courses?
No, he doesn't. Now, the first semester will include painless and drugless childbirth, practical and applied psychology, autosuggestion, prenatal suggestion.
Yeah. Well, look, Dr. Donaldson, straight practical and applied psychology is the specialty that I want.
I see.
What degree do I get and how much will it cost?
Well, the least expensive is a doctor of psychotherapy at $450. A doctorate of philosophy and psychology is $500. For all purposes, if you can afford it, Mr. Ditton, is a doctorate of science. That's $800.
Oh.
That course was $1,000 at the Franklin Street School.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's a lot of money. I guess I have to have it, though. I wonder if you'd take a check now.
Certainly. You understand what a tremendous advantage these degrees are to the professional man who, for one reason or another, may never have had a chance to get a college diploma.
Mm-hmm. Well, the course is very hard.
You look like an intelligent man, Mr. Ditton. I'm sure you'd have no difficulty.
All right. Well, say, look, Doctor, I live out in Van Nuys now, and I'm working 3 days a week at the present time. It's going to be pretty tough to get downtown here. Do I have to be here every day?
Since it's the diplomas most of our students are interested in, we have, on occasion, made exceptions in cases like yours.
Well, I'd appreciate that.
We could possibly, in the case of a doctorate of science, present you with your diploma in advance of your taking the course, and you could launch into private practice at once and take the course whenever it suited you.
Well, couldn't ask for a better deal.
Everything's mentioned in this catalog, and the forms are in the back. Why don't you sit down right there?
Oh, thank you very much. And rules and regulations. No books are required of students. Well, that's a break, huh?
We lecture a little differently from some colleges, and therefore we've dispensed with texts because we feel they tend to confuse the data.
Mm-hmm. When I take the course, who will be my instructor?
I will.
Well, Morse talked a lot about Dr. Schulte. Does he teach any of the classes?
No, Dr. Schulte was associated with me in the operation of the Franklin Street School, but is not the staff member of the California Physicians College of Psychiatry.
Well, I was just wondering, if I paid extra, could I get some classes with him? Morse said that he picked up a lot of useful information from Schulte. He's a fellow with a goatee, isn't he?
Yes, that's right. Well, truthfully, I have no idea where Dr. Schulte is presently located.
I understand. Now, let's, one regulation here.
Yes?
No student will be admitted who cannot show documentary proof of the successful completion of secondary school work.
High school. You can understand that, can't you, Mr. Ditton?
How do you mean?
Well, there are certain minimum academic standards we must observe.
Yeah.
In order to maintain the quality of our degree.
Dr. Donaldson accepted my check to the amount of $800. I asked for a receipt, and he filled out a blank doctorate of science degree, which he carefully lettered with the name Frank Ditton, and signed himself as dean. I arrested Donaldson, and Ben and I took him in for booking. 1 p.m. We received a long teletype from Washington. Arthur Schulte had a record of arrests and convictions back east. It started with a conviction 16 years ago for the interstate transportation of pornographic motion pictures. The record gave us no known addresses, but important in the information was the fact that Schulte had originally been trained and had worked at being a projectionist in movie theaters. In the M.O. was the notation that he'd been known to take up his old occupation when sought by authorities. 1:35 p.m., we contacted the local office of the Motion Picture Projectionists Union, where they told us that they had placed an Arthur Schulte in the booth of one of the Main Street newsreel houses on Sunday. That was the day before. 2:30 p.m. The Crescent Theater was buried between two bars and advertised an hour of newsreels and short subjects for 20 cents.
Where's the manager?
I'm him. Can we talk to you a minute, police officers?
What?
I say we're police officers. We'd like to talk to you.
Nobody here to take over. Why don't you come in and I can open the booth door here and talk?
Okay. Right around the back, I guess. Here, Ben. Where is he? Hey, mister.
Okay. What's the trouble, officers?
You have a man by the name of Schulte working here?
That's right. Projectionist isn't working right this minute, though. Comes on duty at 4. It's an hour.
All right. I wonder if you'd take a look at this description, please.
Sure.
There you are.
5'11". Man working here's clean shaven, no goatee. Outside that sounds the same.
Mm-hmm.
Any idea where he lives?
No, I don't.
Well, we'll have to wait for him here.
All right. Wait a minute. Just one? Where you want to wait? Inside?
Well, I think we'd rather stay up in the projection booth if it's all right.
Up the steel stairs there on the right. Tell Pete Eigen. He's the man up there now. I said it was okay.
All right, don't say anything to him when he gets here, will you, sir?
I won't, officer.
Come on, Ben. It's this way. It's a long climb, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Light up there.
Oh, yeah. This must be it. Hey, mister! Mister! Yeah? Police officers.
Anything wrong?
We're going to have to wait here. The manager said it was okay.
Wait for what?
We want to talk to your relief man.
You mean the doc?
You know him?
Well, just since yesterday.
Why do you call him the doc?
Oh, you know, speaks kind of fancy for a projectionist. What do you do?
Oh, he just likes to talk to him.
Okay, you know the guy doesn't come on for about an hour.
Yeah, they told us.
You want to look at the picture? You can both sit by the observation port on the film station there.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, sit over here, Ben. Is this all right here?
Yeah, that's fine.
Huh. Well,
What's the matter?
I've seen this newsreel.
5:45 p.m. Schulte was nearly 2 hours late. Ben and I were worrying about whether somehow he'd been tipped.
Usual for a man to be this late for a shift. Not in a house like this. Bigger house would be different. Way it is with a doc being late like this just cost the boss a couple of bucks.
How do you mean?
I got more dough. I'm over my maximum hours. If the old guy'd stay away long enough, I'd be on Golden.
Golden? What's that?
Yeah, double and a half time. Boys in the business call it Golden time.
Oh.
Most dough you can get is double Golden. You get that working over maximum number of hours after midnight on a Sunday.
Uh-huh.
That's double Golden. Never happened to me, though.
How do you stand?
What do you mean, the money?
The noise.
You get used to it. Don't pay any attention after a while.
Don't you get tired of hearing the same soundtrack over and over?
No, you just know it's there. It never registers. What they're saying, I mean. Just if it stops when it shouldn't.
Get used to it over the years. You've been doing this long?
11.
It's a long time.
Excuse me. I gotta make a switch over.
What'd you say?
I said I gotta make a switch over.
I've been watching you do that all afternoon. How do you know when to turn the other projector on?
Marks on the film, up in the right corner on the screen. Usually a black dot. Look through the window.
Look, Ben, right here.
Mm-hmm.
The first dot tells me to start the other projector. When the second dot hits, I cut this one, turn on the other one. Now watch.
Okay.
See the first one?
Uh-huh.
Now the second dot, see?
Uh-huh.
Smooth. You never know the difference.
Simple stuff. People never seem to notice the switches. Just a minute. Hi, Doc. A little late. Sorry, overslept.
Your name, Schulte?
That's right. Police officers would like to talk to you.
I have to go to work. It'll wait.
You want to go downstairs?
All right.
This way. All right, this will be fine right here. You say your name is Schulte, Arthur William Schulte?
That's correct. Ever been known by any other name? Why?
Did you operate a school called the Los Angeles College of Psychotherapeutics and Psychiatry during the past year?
I'm not saying anything. Where are you living, mister? I'm not saying anything.
Let me see your identification.
Here, my wallet.
All right.
No, you hold it. Say, open that part there. I take out the card. Union card. We'll take it stubs. Social Security card.
That second thing there behind the calf. Yeah. Let's try that folded piece of paper there.
It's just a bill. Mm-hmm. What is it, Joe?
It's a bill. Milliken Hotel. Let's go. We drove to the Milliken Hotel, about 6 blocks from the theater in the same Skid Row district. We got the key from the room clerk and went up to Schulte's room. It looked like any dingy hotel room. A small footlocker sat at the end of the bed on the baggage stand. 2 suitcases were over by the closet, and sitting on the floor alongside the bureau were 2 waist-high stacks of books.
You got the key to the small trunk?
I don't have to submit to this.
Let's open it up.
Open it yourself. Here's the key.
All right. Two mink coats.
I'll check the rest of the room, Joe.
All right. This your property, Doctor?
I'm not saying anything. Just clothes, regular stuff in bureau.
How about those suitcases over there? What do you got?
How about this?
It's a cigar box. It's taped shut. What's inside, Doctor?
Nothing you'd be interested in.
I'll open it, Joe.
Schulte? Bracelets, rings, matched earrings. Fit our stolen property reports.
These were gifts.
People say you took them.
They're sick. I've done them a lot of good. They know. They thank me this way.
Well,
People I get these things from, they know I've helped them.
will you help Marla Hutchins?
The story you have just heard was true. Only the names were changed to protect the innocent.
Arthur Schulte, free on bail pending trial, died of natural causes on June 15th in Fresno, California. Leo Donaldson was tried and convicted of grand theft and served a term prescribed by law in the state penitentiary.
And now, here is our star, Jack Webb.
Thank you. When the rookie policeman becomes a full-fledged member of the department, one of the first things he becomes aware of is the time-worn tradition of the peace officer. He has pride in the men he works with, pride in his job. The men who make Fatima take great pride in their job. They, too, uphold a tradition. The Fatima tradition of quality. You see, Fatima contains the finest Turkish and domestic tobaccos superbly blended. And pack after pack, they're extra mild. If you're a long cigarette smoker like I am, and have not yet enjoyed Fatima, buy a pack tomorrow. Compare Fatima with other long cigarettes. You'll find they cost the same, but in Fatima, the difference is quality. Smoke Fatima.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Chief of Police of the City of Los Angeles, W.H. Parker.
The Los Angeles Police Department awards this citation of merit to Dragnet for its authentic portrayal of cases from the files of this department, bringing great credit to the Los Angeles Police Department and its officers, and enhancing the prestige of law enforcement generally among its millions of listeners.
Thank you, Chief Parker.
You have just heard Dragnet, a series of authentic cases from official files. Technical advice comes from the Office of Chief of Police W.H. Parker, Los Angeles Police Department.
Next, We the People. 3 chimes mean good times on NBC.
You've been listening to the OT. Hey, okay. Sorry for that little bit at the end. Let me go here. I changed the little outro on the podcast, so you're going to hear my voice at the end, but I need to switch that back. Let me do this here. If you haven't picked up already, that's what, when I click play on that, it's playing a podcast episode, so it just plays the audio for me. Great. Well, thank you for tuning in today. That was fun. I mean, fun. The chat was fun. Obviously, with these stories being based off real cases, it's not fun to hear about, break-ins, burglaries, people dying and stuff. So, but fun chat. Okay, so I had a few things that I wanted to share. Actually, let me see here. Joshua's got a question I'll highlight here. If there was an OTR theme park, what lands would you want? I was just thinking Dragnet, and then it's got to have some horror category. Horror. Okay. As Sam pointed out, yeah, Los Angeles. I forget how they say it, but every time I hear someone say it, it's like, I think they do a hard G, like a G, Los Angeles or something. Michael, this has been a lot of fun. I hope I can tune in more often. We hope so too. We've got a lot of people here are regulars, so tune back in. I'll be here. They'll be here. Hopefully, occasionally when someone drops for 1 or 2 or months at a time, like we've had, we talk about them even in the chat while they're gone. We say, hey, where are they? So we hope to see you around. Let's see. just going to go through these most recent chats, and then I'll get to my announcements here. Maybe the Dragnet drive along could be an attraction. You drive through a crime with actors playing Friday and his partner. Kind of like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, but you go through solving a case. That'd be pretty cool. This is a cool factoid about Jack Webb. Given his work on this series and then the television series and stuff, he was given full honors from the Los Angeles Police Department. What's that really scary OTR episode about the couple moving into a house? Oh man, I have it at the top of my head. It's a suspense episode. House in Cypress Canyon. That's one of my favorites. Go check that one out. Adios film noir buff. Sorry, I saw this when I was laughing. That's what made me laugh. Have people shoot at you with paintballs. Yeah, that would be you'd have to sign a waiver before you get there. So actually, I have one quick story. As I've shared before, my dad was a federal law enforcement agent, and they had this thing called they called it the FATS machine. It was a firearm training system, I think is what it's called. But they had regular handguns that were rigged up with like lasers. So, there are no live rounds in it, but it weighed the same and it felt the same as the standard issue handgun that they were given. And they would go through, sorry, when I chat, I realize on replay, I swivel here. So I'm going to try and stop swiveling so it's less distracting while I tell the rest of the story. But they would have take your kids to work day, which wasn't like take them to an active crime scene. The agency that my dad worked with was more fraud and things, more financial crimes. But they still had standard issue firearms, and they had to have mandatory training on it I don't know how often, at least yearly. I think it was more frequent. And one of the things that they did was they would put them in this simulator that would have there'd be a video of actors that have acted out some scene, and each scene would have multiple outcomes. So if you recognize this like bank scene from the beginning, it doesn't mean that the person who was the criminal in the last thing is going to be the criminal now. So you can't just like, oh, I recognize this actor, I'm going to get ready to shoot at them to take them down when they are going to pull a knife on someone, because maybe in this version of that scenario they don't, and they're actually not the criminal, it's somebody else. So you just have to be in the simulator and you're watching this thing play out. And then if stuff starts to go down, you then have to go through the protocol that they say. So like I don't remember the full protocol, but I remember the reason I'm telling the story, because on Bring Your Kids to Work Day, they had us go through it. And you're supposed to like draw your weapon. You're supposed to give some verbal command to stop. And then if they don't stop, because sometimes these scenarios would end with them stopping. If they don't stop and you choose to use your firearm or to fire a round, because it has a laser in it, at the end of the scenario, it would show on the screen where your rounds were. And so sometimes if they like take a hostage, for example, and you tried to shoot the attacker, well, you might have hit the victim. So you saw that at the end. I lost my train of thought. I don't remember why I was bringing that. Oh, this one, because getting shot at you with paintballs. Yeah. Well, that's next level. So instead of the simulator with the laser, do the simulation with paintball guns, and then it's easier to see who you hit. But it would be unfortunate for the actor playing the bad guy to just get taken out with paintball guns. So anyway, that was a tangent. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Okay, that was the 3rd anniversary show for Roma Wine. The one we just listened to, episode 70. 3rd anniversary. So are we now, I guess it started in 1948, right? So 1950, the one we just listened to. I don't know how that's third anniversary, but if you want to share more information, I'm interested. Okay, so my quick updates here. As I mentioned a couple streams ago, we now have memberships on the channel. The cheapest one is like $2.99 a month, but with that comes we're going to start doing some member only live streams. We're going to keep these here. We're not taking away any live streams. I love these things, and I still want to figure out ways to get more content for everybody to join, because as I've said before, whether you choose to become a channel member or not, I'm grateful for you. You tuning in supports the channel. You liking the content shares the channel. Watching replays helps the channel. So all that stuff, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for you to be here. But if you choose to become a channel member, we also are going to start a few additional live streams. So for those members that are already here in the chat, they're highlighted in green and they have that little star next to them. I'm going to be posting a poll about when we I'm going to post a poll about when we should have our regular member streams. So we either can extend one of these streams and do like a second one immediately afterwards, or if you prefer them on like a Tuesday, Thursday or thing. So keep an eye out for that. I'm going to post that poll. And if you're interested in becoming a member, join now so you can vote in that poll, and then we get the streams at a time that's best for you. Also, some free content coming is I'm uploading some of the podcasts that I have onto YouTube and to YouTube Music. So I posted that poll asking people where they consume podcasts. The vast majority said YouTube. So I'm putting the stuff that was available on Spotify and elsewhere. You'll start seeing it in a podcast tab on the channel. And if you search OTR Gold in YouTube Music, you'll start seeing it. The only one that's live right now is The Adventures of Philip Marlowe. I'm working, there's a upload limit every day, so it's only 100 videos every day that YouTube lets you do. So as it's importing these podcasts, it'll take a while. But over the next couple weeks, you'll see more podcasts appear in that podcast tab. I'm starting with the series that I already have the 24/7 streams for. That way, if you listen to one or you caught the tail end of an episode, it's really easy to go and find the full thing. But once all of that's up, so once I have Suspense, Gunsmoke, all the popular shows that I've been doing already, I have additional podcasts I'm going to be uploading that are more, that are lesser known or less popular. So if you have a recommendation for one for your favorite radio show, please leave a comment on the replay of this so I can see it more easily, and I will try to get that one up on YouTube. And then stay tuned, because my streaming platform now has the ability to add custom countdown music. So instead of the thing that we have, I'm going to be trying to get a clip from my favorite classical song in the my favorite song in the public domain right now is Rhapsody in Blue. That's why I play it at the end of every stream. I'm going to have new countdown music on Monday, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, as Addie has said, please hit like, and if you join, you get these cool little emojis, which you can't see on the video screen, but if you look in the YouTube comments, it's all those stickers that we have. These little stickers are now available as emoji. And if you want these stickers, they're up in the shop. This one glows in the dark. But same with these coasters. Don't smoke, drink water, guys. Stay healthy, stay hydrated. You will thank me. Your kids will thank, if you have kids, they will thank you. And we help each other out here. Okay. So that was it. That's all I have for today. Thank you very much. We're not doing anything tonight. But as I said, I do want to get back to some cadence, probably monthly, where we have maybe a Friday night stream for everybody. And then if you're a channel member, keep an eye out for that other poll that's coming soon for the member only streams. And then I think what we're planning to do there is we'll call them like member choice streams. So everyone probably has their favorite show or favorite episode of a show. I would like to know what those are. And if you write a blurb, or if you're comfortable, you can come on, join me on like video, introduce the show, why it's your favorite, and then we listen to that together. So that's kind of the idea for those streams. But I'm open to feedback, and we can do what we want to do. So cool. Thank you all. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend, and I hope to see you again on Monday.